Welcome back. I'm reading an article written by Dr. Wayne Grudem that was posted on townhall.com. I urge you to go to townhall.com because we've got some great stuff there. All right, let me continue reading. He said, I am writing this article because I doubt that many I can't vote for Trump Christians have understood what an entirely different nation would result from Hillary Clinton as president, or have analyzed in detail how different a Trump presidency would be. In what follows, I will compare the results we could expect from a Clinton presidency with what we could expect from a Trump presidency. The Supreme Court with Clinton as president. What would it look like? Hillary Clinton would quickly replace Justice Scalia with another liberal like Breyer, Ginsburg, Sotomayor, and Kagan. This would give liberals a 5-4 majority on the Supreme Court even without Justice Kennedy, and a 6-3 when he votes with them. But that's not all. Justice Ginsburg is 83. And she has had colon cancer, pancreatic cancer, and has a heart stent. Justice Kennedy is 80. Justice Breyer is 78. A President Clinton, Hillary Clinton, could possibly nominate 3 or 4 justices to the Supreme Court, locking in a far-left activist judiciary for perhaps 30 or more years. She could also add dozens of activist judges to federal district courts and courts of appeals, the courts where 99% of federal lawsuits are decided. Judicial tyranny of the type we have seen when abortion rights and same-sex marriage were forced on the nation would gain a permanent triumph. The nation would no longer be ruled by the people and their elected representatives, but by an unelected, unaccountable activist judges who would dictate from the bench about whatever they were pleased to decree. And there would be nothing in our system of government that anyone could do to stop them. Randall talking now, caveat, yes, they could be impeached for violating their oath of office, but that's another discussion. Right now, there is no political will to impeach the Supreme Court justices, even though they deserve it, and legally there is the option to do it. Back to Dr. Grudem. That is why this election is not just about Hillary Clinton. It's about defeating the far-left liberal agenda that any Democratic nominee would champion. Liberal Democrats are now within 1 Supreme Court justice of their highest goal, gaining permanent control of the nation with a 5-vote majority on the Supreme Court, and then relentlessly imposing every liberal policy on the nation, not through winning elections, but through a relentless parade of one Supreme Court decision after another. Even if Clinton were to drop out of the race, perhaps due to additional shocking email disclosures, for example, our choice in the election would be just the same, because any Democratic nominee would appoint the same kind of liberal justices to the court. I consider abortion. On abortion, a liberal court would probably find the ban on partial birth abortion to be unconstitutional. It was upheld by only a 5-4 majority in the Gonzalez versus Carhart case in 2007. In addition, the court could find an absolute right to abortion in the Equal Protection Clause of the Constitution and then sweep away with one decision most or all of the restrictions on abortion that pro-life advocates worked for tirelessly over the last 43 years, including ultrasound requirements, waiting periods, parental consent requirements, and prohibitions on non-doctors performing abortions. Voters should not doubt the power of the Supreme Court to abolish all these laws restricting abortions. Think of the power of the Obergefell versus Hodges 5-4 decision in June of 2015. It instantly nullified all the work that thousands of Christians had done over many years in persuading the citizens of 31 states to pass constitutional amendments defining marriage as the union of one man and one woman. But no one is campaigning for such laws or amendments anymore because it would be futile. The Supreme Court has spoken, and therefore the issue is settled in the political system of the United States. We lost, not at the ballot box, but because we had a liberal Supreme Court that nullified the democratic process regarding the definition of marriage. I'll be right back. I'm reading a political treatise written by Dr. Wayne Grudem. Don't go away.